Ah, the glorious life of a filmmaker. You wake up every single day knowing exactly what you're doing, what hours you're working, nothing changes, everything is the same. And if you can't tell by the tone of my voice, that is total and utter sarcasm. So as you would know, or maybe you actually don't know, life of a freelancer or a creative is very unpredictable. It can go up, down, sideways, left to right, it goes all over the place. I actually had a plan for this video where I was going to bring you along to the final bunch of shoots I was doing this month to show you what my life is like as a filmmaker and the different hats and roles that I have to play. But everything I had planned out for that video just completely went out the window for a variety of reasons. I had this whole idea that I was going to film on my phone some behind the scenes videos of the shoots I was doing, explaining what I was doing at the time, but everything just changed on the day. But to give a quick overview, here were the last few shoots that I did. The first shoot that I did, I can't really say much about it because it's a new company I'm working for, but I was on the set for Neighbours, which is like a really popular TV show here in Australia. If you're watching this from overseas, you might have even heard of it. So that was really cool. That should come out in a couple of weeks. And then from there, I worked on a couple of music videos with my friend Zach, who is a really great director. He works predominantly in rap videos, something that I've actually never really done before. So I was super excited to dive into a new genre of music, doing these videos with Zach. It was with this one rapper and we were going to shoot 3 music videos, but as everything kind of went along, everything changed and we ended up dropping a music video, changing the concept for one of them I'm pretty sure, and like the locations and timings for the whole schedule just completely shifted. And whilst I was doing all these music videos, I was also ducking out to do another shoot with my friend Wilson, who was working with that Listen Out festival. We're working with the brand Champion and we're going to do something with Denzel Curry, but then that completely cancelled as well. So to quickly bring along, on Wednesday I had everything planned out for my shoots. At the time I was doing these 3 music videos with Zach and this shoot for Wilson. Simple, right? Well, I got a last minute call on Wednesday afternoon to jump on a shoot Thursday morning with this new client that I was just talking about. Again, something very unpredictable, but it was great because it was just a camera assistant job, so I just had to bring myself and my knowledge with camera equipment and help the team set up their cameras and assist them in any way that I could. It was a great shoot and I got to tour one of Australia's most iconic TV shows and that was really sick. So on Thursday the plan was to do a half day for a music video starting really early in the morning, and then I was going to go straight from that set straight to Listen Out to do my second shoot. But that like 6-hour shoot turned into a 3-hour shoot and I managed to quickly duck home to dump some cards, charge some batteries, get some lunch, and then duck out to the next shoot. When we got to Listen Out, I got a brief of what we were doing with Champion, Denzel Curry, and an organization that help out homeless youth. It was pretty simple. We had this tiny little basketball setup that we were going to be shooting with this sponsored team along with artists like Denzel Curry and a few others, and we're going to get random people from the festival to come and join in as well. The whole thing was set up for charity and it was a really great cause to be involved with, and I'm super stoked to be on that shoot. But when we rocked up, a massive storm rolled through and pushed everything back by about like an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. And right before Denzel Curry was supposed to perform, he decided to bail out of the festival because he had a sore throat and he had no voice, something along those lines. Which means he cancelled the thing that we were going to be doing with Champion, which was I was there for. So then on the day, like the whole brief just quickly shifted around. As you can tell by these behind the scenes videos here, the wind was pretty hectic. The palm trees are like pretty much falling over, which was super crazy to see. Then the sun eventually popped out and it turned out to be a really great event. We managed to get some really awesome shots with the basketball team and getting some really cool slam dunks and then playing with patrons that were at the festival. So the shoot I was supposed to be doing with Zach on Saturday actually got cancelled because the artist that we were filming for, his brother plays for an NRL team that got into the grand final, so he went off to be with his brother, which is again like a really cool thing, but again it kind of shifted everything that we had planned out for the weekend. So Zach decided just to postpone one of the music videos that we were doing. So on Sunday it was like a half-ish kind of full day. It was about 7-ish hours, I think, something like that. And we managed to pump out 2 music videos there. It was the rest from the one that we did on Friday, and then we shot like a whole nother one as well. But again, things went wrong on set there. We had a snow machine, which we managed to get some really awesome shots with, but it eventually just stopped working and we couldn't figure out why or what was happening with it. So we ended up scrapping that and getting some other shots instead. But we still managed to get the second music video done, which was really cool because we had a great like mafia concept for it, and I really enjoyed the vibe that we had planned out for the video, and I thought it was very well executed. So really keen to see how they turn out. As you can tell by more of the behind the scenes clips that I'm showing right now, we had a really simple kind of setup with the rapper, and I was really stoked to be part of a project where everything was kind of stripped back and we just had one light for both videos and we're just kind of figuring out everything on the fly. It's kind of how I started out with music videos, and I still enjoy this process to this day. You know, sometimes you get on set, there's a massive production, there's so many moving parts and things go wrong and everyone's just sitting around waiting for things. So it was really great just to be back down to a small crew, stripped back video concept and just having fun with it. So again, I had this whole YouTube video planned where I was going to bring you guys along to what I do as a filmmaker and get you kind of feel about the projects that I work on, the scale of them, and just kind of everyday life as a filmmaker. But what I planned to shoot for this video turned out to be something completely different, and it got me thinking to talk about the unpredictable life as a filmmaker. So if you stayed along for the ride and you understood what I was saying in that massive rant that I just went on, you can see how unpredictable this industry really is. You know, one day you're just sitting around and the next day you're on set and you've got all these jobs booked, and then one day it just dries up like that. And if you've seen all my previous videos, you can probably see firsthand how unpredictable everything is. You know, the first video I did in this series, I was very vulnerable, I was very defeated because all of my work dried up, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I was going to have a career from that point onwards. You know, I spent all of that time at the start knuckling down and trying to find work that I couldn't enjoy the quiet period that I had. You know, normally when things get quiet, I'm like, cool, yep, sweet, I know I've got work happening in the future, but for now, I'm just going to focus on me, my mental health, and I'm just going to do some writing for personal projects that I want to do, or just go out and shoot something with friends. And I couldn't enjoy that because I was just so stressed out with just trying to get work happening. And in 1 week, I went from no work in the foreseeable future to having one of my busiest months I've ever had as a freelancer. And even all that work that I had in September kind of shifted and changed as well. In one of my videos, I said that I only had like 4 shoots left for the month. Well, one of them got cancelled and I ended up picking these 3 projects up with Zach. So that was another 3 that I had, well 2 technically, and then 1 got subtracted, so it kind of evened out, math? And even now I don't have any work booked for October, but I'm just knuckling down and doing that process that I've done before with just trying to get more work happening, and it could pick up tomorrow or next week or whenever. It's so unpredictable. My first overseas work trip actually happened with like a week's notice. I remember I just finished a whole bunch of projects at the time, and it was like a Friday or something like that, and I got a call from Trophy Eyes to be like, hey, we're going on Warped Tour for like 2 months. Do you want to come with us? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then on Monday, I got everything signed with the contract, and then I was on the flight on like Wednesday. It was absolutely insane. What I'm trying to say with all these rants and personal stories that I'm sharing is this industry is completely unpredictable. If you want something that's stable, this isn't the industry for you, unless you find an in-house role, of course. Then you'll be able to conform to like the 9 to 5, and you know, maybe something else will be different there. But you know what I mean? For the most part, you'll have a schedule if you're in-house, but when you're freelance like this, anything goes. If I'm honestly speaking, I'm actually trying to find a more in-house role at the moment, simply because I want to have more time to focus on these films that I'm writing and just personal projects. And it's so hard when I'm just constantly chasing up freelance work to have that time to work on all these personal projects of mine. But who knows, I can change. I could get an email like right now saying, hey, we've got this in-house position for you. Do you want to jump on board? Or I could get a call to be like, hey, you want to be booked out for a month? Or, you know, here's a 1-day shoot we can do for you. And I got into this industry because of that. I really fell in love with the unpredictable nature of this job because before that I worked a lot of shitty jobs and a lot of that 9 to 5, and I knew that I didn't want that. So if you're looking to get into this industry or you're new to it, be prepared for this. Be prepared for the highest highs and the lowest of lows, because you'll get hit with every goddamn emotion that there is, and you'll be in for one hell of a ride. I could go on for ages about this industry, but obviously there's only so much time that I can fit in on these videos. So if you have a question, leave a comment down below. You know, if you're new and you want to know more about the ins and out of the industry, or if you're experienced and you want to know more about the things that I've done or share your own experiences, please do. I want to start like a dialogue chat in the comments down below. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!